guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an eye tutorial over the eye look that I'm wearing today. I absolutely love this look. I've been rocking a berry look like this pretty much every single day for the past, I don't know, like 3 months. So this look is going to be all using Colourpop or Coastal Scents eyeshadows. So all the products I'm using will be in the description box below, along with brushes, and everything on the rest of my face, which I don't show in this video, will be down there as well. So if you're curious as to how I got everything else, then just check down there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any other requests you have, then make sure you let me know. So if you want to see how to get the eye look that I'm wearing today, then please keep watching. Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I've already moisturized my face, and I actually used an oil today because I've noticed a lot of dryness with my skin, and it's really weird. So I used the Oil Essentials Neroli and Avocado oil. I found this at Rite Aid. It's only like $8 or $9. I really do like it. And I've also already primed my eyes, and I use the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff. So I'm going to try to do this with gum in my mouth because my throat and mouth gets really dry and it's really hard to talk. So, 1 second. I can't do it right now. I can't do it. So all the shadows we're going to be using today are either from Coastal Scents or Colourpop. But the first shade I'm going to go in with is Chamois Nude. I'm going to use this to set my eyeshadow primer. I've told you guys before, I hope, that setting my eyeshadow primer with a skin tone colored eyeshadow really helps all the Coastal Scents matte eyeshadows. When I do this, all the ones that I said were either workable or doable in my Coastal Scents review video, they work so much better. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is Petal Peach, and this is a matte peachy shade, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. This is going to be the lightest of the crease shades we're going to be using. And I'm going to be using this big blending brush from my makeup brush set. That's what the company's actually called, but this is supposed to be like the Real Techniques Bold Metals collection, and I believe they have one that's similar to this. It's not the exact same shape, but it is similar. But my makeup brush set stopped selling this. So yeah, this is what I use all the time, and I feel really bad for showing it in videos because you can't get your hands on it. So I'm just going to turn it vertically like that. I'm just going to put this all in the crease from the inner to the outer part and kind of bring this up a little bit closer to the brow bone. Now I've gotten some comments of people saying that I don't need to do this with my eyes, like I don't need to pull at them or anything. Guys, I'm just holding the skin taut. I'm not pulling down or pulling anything. I'm literally just trying to keep it tight to where when I apply it, it blends better. And when I don't do that, I find that the eyeshadow kind of looks patchy and uneven. So that's just what I have to do. Like, this is not going to be the only factor in me aging. Everything makes you age. Sleeping makes you age. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is Tuscany. This is another matte shade. This is like one step up from Petal Peach. This is just a darker matte peach shade. And I'm just going to do the same thing with it, but keep it lower in the crease. And I'm going to use that same brush, but I'm going to turn it horizontally like that, so that it's more precise and it's more in the socket instead of all over the crease area. So again, I'm just putting this from the outer to the inner crease. And it's okay if you get this on the eyelid. It's really not going to matter later on. Okay, so now we're going to start going in with the purpley shade. So I'm going to go in with Fine Wine. And in my holiday makeup tutorial, I did use these shades. So I'm very sorry. I feel like this is all I've shown in tutorials lately. Like, these eyeshadows I've used in everything. Every single day I've incorporated all these eyeshadows into every look I've worn just because I've really enjoyed a berry or like purpley eye. Here's Fine Wine, and this is just a matte, kind of like a grapey purple, I guess. I'm gonna take that on this brush right here. It doesn't have a label on it. I'm pretty sure this is called the Pro Fluffy blending brush or something like that. I'll link everything I'm using in the description box below, so make sure you check down there. I'm just going to put this in the outer third and working this into the socket of the crease a little bit, and I'm going to drag it into the socket about midway. I'm stopping about in the center of my eyelid, and just build up that color to the intensity that you want. If you want to keep this pretty light, you don't have to build up the color, but I want that purple to show. And then just to blend that shade in the crease just a little bit, I'm going to turn my brush vertically like this, and this is just going to diffuse the shade into the crease a little bit better. And then you guys know the drill. We're going to go in with that big fluffy brush and just blend all of that in the crease. And I do have the brush vertically. Now I'm going to go in with a darker purple. Again, you guys have seen this before. This is in the shade Maroon Berry. This is just a matte grapey purple. I'm going to take that on that same blending brush and do the exact same thing with it in the outer third of the eye. But I'm trying to keep this a little bit further out and not go so far in with it. I'm just keeping it on the very outer edge of the eye. I think I forgot to mention that these eyeshadows from Coastal Scents do have a lot of fallout, so just make sure that you do your eyes before your face. Okay, so we're gonna go back in with that blending brush and same old song and dance. And if you need to, you can go back in with that first peachy crease shade we used and just kind of touch up on that a little bit just to clean it up. It's gonna look like the crease shades are pretty high at first, but when we go back in with our brow bone highlight, I'm gonna show you guys a trick to clean all that up. So now we're gonna go in with the Colourpop shade. So these are my new Colourpop eyeshadows. I have the shade Paradox and Muse. Paradox is a satiny, kind of like a cranberry shade, and then Muse is a pearlized, shimmery, kind of like a rose gold mauve, I guess. So first I'm gonna go in with Paradox, that satin cranberry shade. This actually applies very, very easily. This applies a lot better than the matte shades. So I'm gonna go in with this brush from Morphe. This is the G18 brush. This is just a longer, narrow pencil brush. And I found that this applies it really easily. So I'm just going to get some of that on my brush and start out with a less amount and then build it up. So I'm just going to put that right on top of those purple shades in the outer V. And the purple shades are just going to add some dimension in here. Again, I'm only going up to the socket of the crease. I'm not going to put this above the crease at all. We probably will have to go back in with Paradox and intensify it a little bit once we go in with our eyelid shade, which is Muse. So just keep it on standby. We're gonna go in with Muse, and I'm just gonna pack this on with my finger. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I'm just gonna put this all over the space that we don't have any eyeshadow, so from the inner corner meeting the center of the lid. And you want to be careful when you're doing the inner corner. You want to make sure you don't get too much shimmer right around here where the socket of the crease kind of dips down. Like, I like to do the center first and then kind of drag it inward with whatever's left over on my finger, just so it's more faded and it's not choppy and blunt. I don't know if you guys can see, but right around here is the choppiness I was talking about, where it looks really blunt. We're gonna go back in with our crease brush with no extra product on it and just kind of blend right in there. So I'm gonna go back in with that brush that I used with the purple shades. I'm just gonna blend all in the socket of the crease, even in the inner portion where we didn't even put those purple shades. There's not a lot of product on here, so it's really not going to do much. It's just going to kind of just fade it better and just kind of fill the spaces. Okay, so this is the time where if you want to intensify Paradox, you can, and I think I'm going to. So I'm going to go back in with that same G18 brush with Paradox and just kind of diffuse it into Muse a little bit better. And just put it in the same area. We're not doing anything different with it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my brow bone highlight. So I'm gonna go back in with Chamois Nude, which was that shade we used to set our eyeshadow primer. And I'm gonna use this little angled tiny brush. I'm not even sure where it's from. I believe it's from Crown Brush. I've had this forever. But I really do like this for brow bone highlight because it's so tiny. Here's the trick I'm gonna show you guys to clean up your brow bone area and the upper crease. So I'm just gonna start out by applying this normally, just kind of going right along the brow bone, and then I'm just going to kind of like pull it down to where it touches that top crease shade, and it's just going to lighten that very top part right there and make it look like a different shade, and it just blends it and fades it so much better. So I usually do that a couple of times to get the intensity of the brow bone highlight, and then I like to turn the brush vertically to where the longer part of the angled side is on the bottom. And then I just go through like this, and this also gets some of that brow bone highlight on that top part of the crease shade, and again just fades it really nicely. So here is after we've cleaned it up. Here is before. So now I'm going to go in for my inner corner highlight. I'm actually going to use a highlighter. This is the Makeup Revolution Goddess of Love Triple Baked Highlighter in the shade Goddess of Faith. I don't know why it's so wordy like that, but this is just a really pretty icy pink shade. So I'm going to take that on a pencil brush. This is from Prime and Base Cosmetics. Just use any pencil brush. I'm just going to put that right in the inner corner. And I just feel like an icy pink inner corner highlight matches so well with our overall pinkiness. I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyebrows, eyeliner, and mascara, and then I'll come back and I'll probably have a full face of makeup on to do the lower lash line, because I do want to do a face video today and I can't do that with eyeshadow on the lower lash line. So I will go ahead and tell you guys what I'm using for my eyeliner and mascara. I'm using the Revlon Colorstay 2-in-1 Angled Kajal eyeliner in the shade Onyx to line my upper to line my upper lash line. I love this stuff so much. And then for mascara, I'm trying out the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Volume Express mascara, which just came out. I'm still in the testing process, so if you guys want to see a review video on this, let me know in the comments below and I will do that. So I'm gonna go off camera and do all that, and I'll be right back. Actually, it'll probably be like an hour and a half before I come back, but you get it. Okay guys, so I'm back with the rest of my face on, and if you're curious what's on the rest of my face, I will put it down there in the description box. So let's get back to the under eye area. So the first thing I'm going to do is get back out all my things because I put them up. So I think I'm going to go back in with Fine Wine, which was that lighter purple. I'm going to take that on a Morphe M432 brush, which is just a flat definer brush. And I'm just going to line the lash line with this. And if you guys are wondering, yes, I still have my tree up because my Christmas boxes are not here at the apartment. They are at home with my parents, and I haven't been home in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's staying up until I go home. Now I'm going to go back into Paradox, and that same brush we were using, that G18 brush, and just put this right along the lash line as well, right on top of Fine Wine. And if you wanted to, you could use a more precise brush like what we just used, the M432 brush. But I just wanted this to be more diffused. By the way, this mascara is decent. It's kind of wearing on me. When I first applied it, I did not like it, but it's not that bad. It's definitely not my favorite. It's not something I'm going to stick to. So for lower lash mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Spider Effect. I really like this for the lower lashes. Okay, so there is the entire eye look, and I really like it. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm going to put on the lips. So for Christmas, I got the Colourpop lip liner in the shade BFF2, and there's a rain coming. So I'm going to use BFF2 to line my lips. And this shade is actually pretty brown, but it does look good with like peachy nude lips. So now I'm going to go in with the new Maybelline Intimatte lipstick. This is in the shade Peach Buff 540. This is a really nice peachy shade, and I don't really like it on its own. I definitely think you need a lip liner to warm it up, but I'm just going to apply this. Since I don't like matte lips, I'm going to go in with a clear gloss. This is supposed to be a clear gloss anyway. It's actually kind of turned into a different shade. This is the NYX Lip Plumper in the shade Live. That is it for this eye look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, I do want to mention that I did get a new mic, but you can hear my fridge in the background. I have a very loud fridge. So if you hear a roaring sound like that, it's my fridge. And I have tried to play around with the settings and stuff to get rid of that, and there's not really a whole lot you can do on this camera as far as audio goes, so I can't fix it. That is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys decide to recreate this, make sure you tag me wherever you post it. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.